There's a strange kind of power in being hated. And no, I'm not talking about internet trolls or villains in capes who clearly don't care when they cause pain. I'm talking about the power you unlock when you choose to live by your principles, even when the world laughs, mocks, or turns its back on you. But here's an uncomfortable thought. What if being hated is actually proof you're doing something right? Today we measure success by likes and applause, but what if the real measure is how many people are quietly offended by your integrity? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you might question whether the fear of being judged has been quietly shaping your entire life, and whether it's time to burn that script. Quick story. I once sat through a team meeting where a senior exec said something objectively wrong about a product launch we were all involved in. My gut screamed, "Speak up," but I didn't. I nodded, smiled, and stayed silent like everyone else. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was wrong, but because I was right and said nothing. That's the moment I started reading about Diogenes. Diogenes of Sinope, 4th century BCE, was a man who slept in a wine barrel, ate scraps like a dog, and relieved himself in public, all actions that directly challenged the polished, performative norms of Athenian society. And when asked why he lived that way, he said it was to reveal the absurdity of others. He wasn't mad, he was deliberate. A founder of Cynicism, Diogenes believed that virtue was found in self-sufficiency and natural living, not in luxury, power, or social approval. He once told Plato that he could see the man's pride through his robe. To Diogenes, society was diseased with hypocrisy, especially the elite rituals and philosophical posturing of Athens. And the cure wasn't politeness, it was confrontation. Psychologically, what Diogenes tapped into was a radical rejection of the herd instinct, what modern psychologists might associate with social conformity bias and normative social influence. These are the pressures that make us nod along in meetings, laugh at jokes we don't find funny, and bury our values just to stay liked. In a world obsessed with status, Diogenes chose truth, and that truth made him a pariah, but it also made him free. Psychologists today might describe his defiance in terms of reactance theory or moral courage under normative social pressure. He refused to bend to social conditioning, and in doing so, exposed how much of our behavior is just fear in disguise. As historian Louis Navia put it, in his contempt for public opinion, Diogenes found invincibility. How about you? Have you ever felt that internal tension, where you knew the truth but couldn't say it out loud? Share that moment in the comments, because I guarantee you, we've all been there. We haven't evolved that far from ancient Athens. Our conformity just wears better makeup. Social rituals may look different, but the need to belong still drives our silence. Likes, shares, filtered truths. Most of us live double lives, one for ourselves, one for the feed. I once deleted a post I truly believed in because I thought it might come off as too much. But the core dilemma hasn't changed. Do you live to be liked, or do you live to be real? And here's the thing. Courage isn't loud. It's quiet. It's choosing not to laugh at that cruel joke. It's standing alone in a room full of nods. It's choosing truth, even when it comes with isolation. Diogenes made people uncomfortable, because comfort is where illusions live, and that's the test. Do you want comfort, or do you want clarity? Diogenes chose clarity, and he paid in public shame. You might too. But if you want to be and live as your true and authentic self, you have to realize this performance of a cage we've all been led into, and break out of it. So here's the dare. Speak the truth you've been swallowing. Say the thing. Step out of line. Lose the applause. You'll be hated for that. Do it anyway. Because the price of being liked by everyone is being yourself to no one. And that's not living, that's just surviving. And in a life this short, who wants to stay in survival mode forever? If you like this dive into human psychology through history, please consider liking and subscribing for more videos like this. Thanks for watching Historic Psychology, and I'll see you on the next one.